Welcome back. Well, from Third Mutual today, Jules Zalon is here, and you got a few things you want to talk about, but the first one is, of course, you had a recent election. I don't think there was any surprise about the outcome.
Oh, it was a real nail biter. Gosh, there were 4 people going for 4 seats.
Yeah.
And the 4 candidates were present board members, so you would think that it's just a natural thing.
Yeah.
We have a set of bylaws that seems to handle something like that. I'll read you the bylaw because it seems so appropriate. It says, if after the close of nominations, the number of nominees is equal to or less than the vacancies, those nominated and qualified shall be declared elected. Seems pretty reasonable, right?
Right.
Wow.
So what do you think was the reason then?
Well, we have a state statute, a corporations law that requires that we have an election anyway. And the problem with doing an election, I mean, we could do an election, big deal, but the election costs us $40,000,
right,
which is a total waste of, taxpayers' money. United had the same problem.
Right.
So, together, our inmates, just spent $80,000 for nothing. We have representatives, lobbyists, shall we say, in Sacramento that are trying to, get the law changed.
Right.
There was actually a bill that was drafted recently, but it never got to the floor.
Okay.
Hopefully by next year's election we'll be able to handle that problem.
Okay.
But if we don't, there is a legal theory that could theoretically relieve us of all this.
Okay, what would that be?
It's just an old equitable legal theory that says the law does not require a person to do a useless act. Here's what one of the cases said.
Okay.
The law does not require a useless act of providing a hearing where the outcome cannot be other than one outcome. Lex non cogit ad inutio, or something like that. The law doesn't require a useless act. And in our situation, the outcome, to quote that case, could not be other than one outcome. I mean, full stop. So my feeling is that, and we'd have to have this checked, I'm not a California lawyer, I'm a New York and New Jersey lawyer, but it would seem to me that a good argument could be made that we don't have to do it at all. What could happen? Somebody could go into court and force us to have an election. I'd like to see the neighbor that did something like that.
Right.
So, right now we're just hoping.
All right, so that's something that I guess the state, if that bill goes through, then next time around, if this happens, may not have to do it.
Well, it would save us a lot of money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes. The Village Games are going on.
They are?
They're about to go on. They start on October 22nd with a little bit of a hitch I'll tell you about.
Okay.
But they're really a lot of fun for newbies. The amount of material that stuff that comes out, they have, I think there's like 24 different competitions.
Yeah, there is.
There's archery and badminton and ping pong and bocce ball and cycling and something called patak, if you can believe that.
I'm not sure what that is. I haven't heard of that one.
Patak is, it looks like bocce ball, but instead of throwing it this way, you sort of throw it that way. And the idea, and you throw it by standing still, and you throw it, and the idea is to get the balls as close as possible, where bocce ball, apparently the idea is to get the other guy's, ball, off the court.
Right.
The cycling group, actually, their competition is a century bike ride, 100 miles in 24 hours. And we have very generous rules. You can do 100 miles any way you want. You can do a 50-miler this afternoon and go home, have a good carb meal, go to sleep, get up early tomorrow morning, do another 50 miles.
Yeah.
But right now, we actually have about 6 or 8 of our guys actually on the road. They started at the Irvine train station, and they're going to go down the San Diego Creek bike path to Dana Point, and then through San Clemente and Camp Pendleton, and they're going to do 100 miles. They're going to get to the San Diego train station and train
Wow.
back. And it's
Wow.
a drop-dead gorgeous ride.
Yeah,
guess
I
we-
didn't even know you could do a bike ride
it's
that far
really
down.
wonderful, but maybe drop-dead gorgeous isn't the right term to use when you're dealing with 80 and 85-year-old bikers.
But I think
it's
that's
just
really good,
It's really
yeah.
wonderful. There was a guy a few years ago who, remember I said you can go one segment or two or
Yeah.
three? You know where Cook's Corner is?
Yeah.
Cook's Corner is uphill about
Yeah.
10 miles. And he got his girlfriend to drive him up to Cook's Corner. And then he rode down to Laguna Woods, 10 miles, almost coasting.
Right.
And then he got into his girlfriend's car and went up to Cook's Corner again. He did this 10 times.
Well, he could do it, yeah.
There used to be a great.
That's the way I would do it, by the way, I think, yeah.
I don't
That's a good
believe
way.
that. There was a great track coach for Villanova named Jumbo Elliott back in the 50s to the 80s. And he used to bring the first training session of the season. He would take all his middle distance runners and start at the top of a hill and run them downhill for a mile. And of course, they would all do a 4-minute mile,
Yeah.
which was the gold standard at that time.
Yeah.
And then he would say, listen, you just did a 4-minute mile. So maybe this guy had his secret greatness inside him.
Yeah.
Right? He could do his 100 miles, what, Walter Mitty style
Yeah,
or something.
there you go.
But it really was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think that's great, especially the bike ride down to San Diego. That
Oh,
would be
it's
neat. Yeah.
we did, actually. This is a group that has 4 bike rides a week: Monday,
Wow.
Wednesday, Friday, and on Sunday. And their Monday ride, their Friday ride, they go in 2 directions. One of them is a 20-miler, but the other is a 45 or 50-mile ride, and they go down to Dana Point. And I mean, these guys really ride.
Yeah, it
And,
sounds like it.
Yeah, it's just great exercise, and it's a nice
Wow.
way of socializing.
Yeah,
as well.
fantastic.
Right. We have some interesting cultural activities going on here. At the Clubhouse 3 Theater this weekend, we
Yes.
have the
Magic
what is it called?
Jukebox,
The
right?
Magic
Yes.
Jukebox, yeah. So
That should be a lot of fun. A lot of
Well-
music, dancing.
there's dancing in the aisles.
Yes, there will
It's
be.
Really,
That's from
really
what I
a-
understand. Yeah, that's going
Yeah,
to be a big
but
part
we
of
have
it.
we have such wonderful classical music offerings around here. We have the community concert series,
Mm-hmm. Right.
which is just wonderful. We saw an Israeli chamber music group a couple of Sundays ago, and they've got Orly Shaham is coming, and a 7 Cuban. The Cuban musicians along the lines
Mm-hmm.
of the Buena Vista Social Club. We have a woman who is a violinist who does classical and jazz and bluegrass, not exactly all at the same
Yeah,
time.
but that's a good variety
Yeah,
right there.
But the best, it's really remarkable. We have Soka University, which is like 15 minutes
Yeah.
away. And the
they,
stuff
they have a lot there. Yes.
they have one of the most magnificent concert halls in the country. The sound was designed by Yoshida Toyota, who did Disney Hall.
Oh, okay.
But Disney Hall is 2,200 seats.
Right.
And Soka is like only, 1,200, it's much more intimate. You
Right.
get a much better sound. And it's so much of a better deal. We went to see the world famous Emerson String Quartet at Disney. We had a box seat in the bleachers, like 2/3 of the way back.
Yeah.
Cost $85 a ticket. We saw them at Soka this past year. First row seats, $32 for seniors.
Wow.
So,
Nice.
we have this Murray Pariah, probably the top pianist in the world. Last weekend, we saw the guy who just won the gold medal at Van Cliburn piano competition, Yekwon Sun Woo. You've never heard of him, but I guarantee in 5 years he'll be one of the top pianists in the world. phenomenal.
Yeah, there's a lot
And it
very
costs
close
peanuts.
by. Yeah.
It's wonderful.
And along with that, of course, down at Saddleback College, they do a lot of concert series
Oh yeah, yeah.
with
it's
just some
this,
really
this,
great
This
musicians.
place is really paradise. I mean, we are couldn't be happier than to be in a in a great community like this.
Yeah.
We even have our own television station.
Yes, yes, you do.
Yes.
Well, are you going to be in the Village Games? Are you doing anything?
Well, I was supposed to be on
Okay.
I was supposed to be on this ride, but I sort of got tied up.
Okay. Oh, you do a lot of
Next
riding
year.
yourself.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Great.
I've got a recumbent tricycle that I trundle around.
All right.
Around town on.
Very
But
good.
It's fun.
Yeah. Good luck to all of those people.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I think that's wonderful. The long rides. That's just incredible. It
Yeah.
really is.
Good
Yeah.
for the heart.
Yeah,
Good for the
definitely.
mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see you tomorrow in the forum of your meeting. So
Oh, yeah.
we'll see you there.
We're going to talk about the election.
Okay, sounds good. Jules, thank you very much for coming on.
It's a pleasure being
And
here.
good luck to all the people in the Village Games and have a great time. I know that people really get involved with this.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful.
It's
as
just
Jules
terrific.
said, check out all the different concerts within the area because there's a lot of great music. Yeah.
Here, here.
Yeah. Good luck, my son.
Good to see you.
Good
Thank
to see you. We'll be back. Yeah, that.